Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and this right here might just be the most fun tier 9 in the entire game. This is, of course, the Cobra, and this tank was recently sold for, I believe, 15,000 gold, which is when I picked it up on my main account here. And I've been having such a blast playing this tank, so I figured I should do a review on it. I think my review is overdue. And I've been wanting to make a video on this tank for quite a while. So let's break into the tank stats, and then we'll play 3 live battles, as usual, in the vehicle to see how we are able to do. So starting off with the tank's gun, it deals 400 damage on its heat. Yes, this tank has heat shells for its standard ammo. And it has HESH, or high explosive, so as its premium ammo, and it only has 2 shell types, as you can see here. So very, very interesting indeed. It makes the playstyle of this tank very, very unique. So yeah, 500 damage on its HE is also fantastic, and the penetration on its high explosive is actually pretty solid. 216 means that you're going to be able to butter through the majority of lower plates, and you usually should be able to HESH the majority of tier 8 tanks, again, in the lower plate, and same with tier 9s. Tier 10s is a different story. Some of the heavies have really, really strong lower plate armor, so you'll usually have to get around behind them to actually get your HESH damage out. And in terms of its normal heat pen, 266 is okay. It is technically the standard ammo, so obviously you're not going to get crazy high pen. So yeah, overall, because this is a medium tank, you're going to want to try to get around to the sides or rear of your opponents as much as you can. And yeah, it has 10 degrees of gun depression though, which is fantastic. It means you're going to be very flexible on most maps in the game. And its overall gun handling is pretty solid. It has 0.277 dispersion while using refined gun and an aim time of 3.1 seconds. So while you do have a decent amount of aim, like 3.1 seconds, it's not exactly crazy bad, but you do want to make sure you're aiming in your shots fully to utilize its good dispersion. In terms of its DPM, it's 2300, which is quite low for a medium tank, but that's kind of understandable because it has such high alpha damage. So just keep that in mind. You don't really want to be brawling in this tank against other mediums with high DPM. In terms of its mobility, it goes 45 forward and 20 in reverse. So that forward speed is kind of sad. This tank is not very fast, and especially for a medium tank, it's very sluggish. So you do have to be careful with where you're positioning this thing, because running away from enemy mediums and lights is basically impossible. So you're basically relying on the fact that you have super high alpha damage, and you want to support your teammates as much as possible. Now, the armor profile on this tank, it's a little bit troll, but it's not very strong. Nothing to rely on there. You can get some occasional bounces in it though, since I said it is, of course, troll armor. But yeah, nothing to rely on. You are going to be getting buttered, especially if you find yourself in a tier 10 battle. You're going to be absolutely screwed in terms of how effective your armor is. So let's get into our first game on Dynasty's Pearl. And speaking of tier 10s, we are up against a tier 10 lineup here. We are bottom tier. So we'll see how this goes. On their team, they do have a Grill, a 4005, 183, a lot of tanks that I should be able to use my HESH on if I'm able to get the chance. But that's also a pretty dangerous lineup. Having a 4005 and a 183 on their team means I'm going to have to play very passive. And in this sort of tank, although it is a medium tank, just sticking with your team no matter what side of the map they go on is kind of crucial. I honestly play this tank more like a tank destroyer behind my team than an actual medium tank. And that's simply because I just don't have the penetration to really deal with people front on. So if I am facing opponents front on like I am right here, sitting behind your team and letting them soak up the shells while you farm is pretty important, because of course you don't want to be the one getting focused out when you don't have much armor. Let's see if this K91 gives me a side shot. Oh my god, 535 roll. I mean, you can see when you're able to get the HESH out, this damage is kind of cracked. Like, it's really, really crazy. We do get spotted by that 183 there, and I am... Okay, of course I get penned by him. I thought I was going to be able to back up in time, but apparently not. At least we do get a max roll into him for 500, but we are at, like, critical HP. Like, we have no health left, because, yeah, 183s are very fun to fight, guys. Oh, yeah. Let's get a shot in that K91. That was an awful roll for 424, but he is at 439 now, so he should be a one-shot to us if my shell doesn't low roll next time. So let's see here. KPZ is making a very weird play in front of us here. Unfortunately, I misaimed that. I was trying to aim at his upper plate, but I just hit his lower plate. For whatever reason, the KPZ has a stronger lower plate than its upper plate, which is just, it's so odd to me. I don't know why it works like that, but it does. Let's get a kill shot into that K91. Luckily, our shell average rolls to get the kill on that guy. And I mean, so far this is looking pretty good. Even though we've been at 300 health this entire game, it doesn't really matter because, of course, I'm playing this thing very passive to avoid getting focused. And that's really the whole goal of this tank, is especially if you're low health, you don't want to be the one getting focused out because you don't have armor, like I said. So there we go. That guy dies. So now hopefully this BZ shoots at my Conway teammate there. He is running the small gun, so I do have to be careful of that. Honestly, I can't even pet him with Hesh in the lower plate there. Kind of crazy there. But let's get our adrenaline popped, and he does shoot once again. So I am obviously going to try to get another shell out. There we go. 422 roll right into his lower plate, and just like that, all that's left is the grill. So pretty solid first game, and although we did get absolutely destroyed by that 183, we were still able to pump out a lot of damage, even while being at 300 health, which is kind of what this tank is good at, and it makes it really, really enjoyable to play. Like, you don't have to necessarily be at the most HP in this sort of vehicle to do well, because you can kind of just sit further back and just use your high alpha damage to kind of out-trade people. It's a lot of fun. This is definitely my favorite tier 9 at the moment right now. It's such a blast to play, and I've really, really been enjoying it. So let's see where this grill is. I don't know what health he's at. I don't think he's at... Oh, he's at full health. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's see how much more damage we can get out if this grill doesn't kill me. Hopefully he doesn't. But I'm going to flank left because... obviously, he's not looking that direction. Okay, what is he doing, bruh? Okay, this is actually probably the worst grill player I've ever seen. He's not running Spaliner, and he's pretty clueless as to where I actually am. Let's see here. Can I get another shell into him? Let's see if he backs up. There we go. 625 max roll. Holy cow. You can see the max roll damage on this tank is absolutely insane. And actually, we were able to get over 4,000 damage by being at 300 health the entire battle. That just goes to show you how much you can farm in this tank. I mean, the last, like, 1,000 damage was pretty much useless and free damage because of that grill being terrible. But the rest of it was not free damage. So, yeah. A very solid first game in this tank. And, yeah, so much fun to play this thing. So let's... Oh, I completed this quest. All right, I guess we're doing a little bit of a crate opening in this video as well. Let's see if we get anything from these defender crates real quick. And then I'll get into my second battle. Let's see. Where are those crates? There we go. Holy cow, why do I have 41 of these things? Interesting. Anyways, let's open up the defender crates. We have 2 of them. Let's see if we get the TSL defender. Probably won't be getting it, but you never know. Let's see. And yo, we got 3,000 gold. I'll take that. All right, anyways, got amazing crate opening out of the way. Let's get into game number 2. And like I said earlier, the mobility on this tank is not great. What that means is if you find yourself on medium side and your team is running away because there's more enemy mediums, and you have to run away as well, if you don't get out early enough, you're going to be screwed because, of course, most medium tanks at tier 8, 9, and 10 have more than 45 top speed, so they will just be able to catch up with you, and you'll be basically screwed if your team leaves you behind. So making sure you are always keeping your eye out on the mini-map in this tank is super important, especially because of how team-dependent you are. You want to make sure you know where your team is headed and where the enemy team is going to be headed as well. So in a game like this on Middleburg, I'm going to play this outside position here in case a tank like that Skoda peeks out sideways, because then I can get a juicer into his side, hopefully. Oh, or this waffle, actually. Hold on. There we go. Unfortunately, he's running Spaliner, so we don't exactly do a ton of damage to him, but at least we do pen him once, so that's good. Oh, this Skoda also looks like he might be running. Honestly, I don't know what their team's doing. I'm going to be completely honest. That was a lovely shot into that guy's side there. We do, in fact, get a troll lucky bounce from that 252. And let's see here. Oof, we hit him back for 520 in the lower plate as he's wiggling around. That's fantastic stuff. So far, this game is going really well. However, someone's shooting me now at the back there. I don't know who it is. 200 alpha. Who could that be? Probably the Tiger 2, honestly. Yeah, there he is. I knew it. There we go. There is the Juicer Tiger 2, who I get a nice shot into. And so far, we're already at 2,000 damage with just a couple of shells dealt out. And we're not done yet there. I'm going to hold our spawn right now, because it seems like their team is playing super aggro into our spawn, especially that Tiger 2. So I'm just going to let our team deal with that 452 in their spawn, and I'll just keep sitting here, and I'll wait. There's the 252 once again poking in a awful position. And 07 to this Indian Panzer as well. We're at 2,400 damage so far. And again, I mean, I hope this Tiger 2 pokes me again. That would be lovely. Let's see here. I mean, he did poke. I just can't spot him for some reason. But, oh well. Anyways, let's see. Just going to get a heat shell into that 252's turret side there. That's very good. And you know what? I'm going to see if I can get into a different position so I can start shooting at this Tiger 2. Let's see here. Unfortunate. We don't actually pen the top of his turret there. But you know what? It's okay. I'm going to make my way over to this side here. And this Tiger 2 is going to be very screwed in just a second. I don't really care if this 252 shoots at me. He somehow bounces again. I don't really know what to say about that, because this tank doesn't have much armor. Like, yeah, it's for its troll, but like, bruh, this guy shouldn't be bouncing me like that. I can tell you that right now. Let's get the kill shot into that guy. We do get penned by the SU, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We still have enough health to take a shot from him and still be alive, so that's very good. Ooh, that 252 needs to die, though. Interesting. Looks like there are waffles in the base as well, so that's good. Let's see if I can poke over and kill this guy. There we go. And now I will make my way very slowly, because of the bad mobility, over towards this waffle to see if I can get another shell into him. He might kill me, but honestly, I don't really care. There he is. And we hit him for a 500 max roll. Unfortunately, he does kill me, but we still are able to get over 4,000 damage. Holy cow, my English is dying right now. It's probably from the last video where I was trying to pronounce that tank's name. For any of you who know, you know. Anyways, that was game number 2. A very successful battle. Honestly, that was more enjoyable than the first one. I don't know why their team really flanked. I'm going to be completely honest. That did not work out very well for them. But it worked out well for me. So let's get into game number 3 and see if we can keep up this win streak right here. Holy cow, my nose has been really annoying today. I don't know why. But anyways, we're on Hellas for our 3rd and final game. Bro, we have Droodles and some other player in double XM on our team. Okay, well, we better win this game. I'll tell you that right now. Very interesting stuff. Who is that in renamed user, bro? I'm so confused. Who's Droodles platooning with, bro? Well, anyways, let's see what this game entails. They also have a Waffle E100 on the enemy team, which is a new tank destroyer that's being tested. So that's also interesting right there. Hopefully we can do some good things in this battle here. But yeah, this is going to be interesting considering our whole team's going heavy side. That basically means I'm stuck in this TD spot because I can't push medium side. Although, wait a minute. No, we have some team support over there. You know what? I'm going to sit here and I'll wait for their team to kind of make misplays. Oh, that was so sad. That shell totally could have hit that Rhino in the turret, but oh well. Whatever. Our V4 seems to be... Wait, hold on. V4, bro. Bro, let me get a shell into this Rhino, bro. Come on, Rhino, back up, bro. You know you want to. You know you want to. Please back up. Please, bro. Please. I'm just going to wait here for this Rhino to back up because, honestly, I don't really want to move any more than that. Oh, wait a minute. What is going on over here? What is this 452K doing? Let's get a kill shot into him. There we go. Apparently he's not helping. Look at his name, bro. Literally says not helping. I mean, that's true. He wasn't exactly helping his team out, but, oh well. Let's see. Now that I know where the majority of their team is, I'm finally going to make a play. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. What is this Waffle doing? Hold up. Let's get a shell into him. He doesn't have Spall Liner, which is kind of sad for that guy, but, oh well. Let's get another shell into him in about 2 seconds here. There we go. And bonk. He does get 2 shots into me in return, but honestly, I'll take the trade. He's now a 1-shot, and he's basically screwed. He is screwed now, actually. So there we go. Yeah, all that's left is 5 tanks. 2 of which are really low health. Actually, 3 of them are low health. So I'm going to try and focus out this Badger if I can, because he's really healthy. And he's also not focused on me right now. So the only thing is my mobility kind of sucks. So hopefully I can get over to him before he gets, like, farmed out like crazy. There we go. 536 roll into his rear. Hopefully our standard B doesn't pen this guy. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, Badger. Keep showing me your side. Thank you very much. That is a 400 juicer into his side there. I mean, I guess this is the only guy left. And he gets killed off. That was a complete and utter steamroll for our 3rd and final game. I mean, kind of expected, but, like, bruh, that was just sad. Didn't get out as much damage as the first 2 battles, but still a win at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's the Cobra for you. A super, super fun tank when you put it in the right situations. Obviously, when you don't put it in the right situations, it's, yeah, you can do kind of bad things in it as well. So it's very situational, but when it works, it is an absolute blast to play, and it's definitely my favorite tier 9 at the moment in the entire game. Anyways, for any of you out there who are not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support content like this and more, and stay up to date when I post videos almost every day. And with that, join up the Discord server as well. You can come hang out with me and chat and ask questions. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.